Okay, everybody, we've been through a lot, I know. So let's do what we often do. Let's go ahead and play that compliment game. Remember how this works? You are just going to give compliments to each other. You're just going to give it and you're going to do it in the chat. So let's just go for it.
Hello, I'm Troy Campbell, the Chief Scientist at On Your Feet, and in this video, I'm going to show you the compliment game. It's an experience intended to create acknowledgement in fast and powerful ways on your team. Right now, you are viewing my colleagues at On Your Feet demonstrating the most basic version of the compliment game. This is just where a leader asks everyone to compliment each other in the chat. While simple, you can see how directly asking for and thus normalizing the behavior and using the easiest way to deliver the compliments can produce broad and wonderful results. In this video, we'll review some of the science and nuance of acknowledgement, and we'll talk about some of the different ways you can use the compliment game. All right, let's get going.
Okay, that's going to be time. So here's what I want you to do, and this should probably put a smile on your face. Take a look through the chat. Go ahead and scroll down through the chat, and don't just look for your own. Just look and see what people are complimenting other people with, and see if that's also potentially true for you. You may believe that as well.
Just looking at this list, I just want to say that I ditto everything everyone said to everybody.
I want you really to imagine that the things that people are saying are actually true, because they are, which is sweet. But I want to do a bit differently this time. I want us to think about one individual in our group, and that is going to be Brad. Brad right over there. Brad has been spending a ton of time, weekends, extra hours, really making sure the data is clean, going through lots of different analysis with it. So let's just simply think about what's a compliment you'd like to pay Brad. Brad, you just sit back and take this right now.
So here we are still in a very basic version of the compliment game. However, I want to explain how this actually has some nuance and power to it. For instance, a person on a team might be in a situation where right there, right then, they need some compliments. Additionally, a leader can draw attention to something a person does that people might not always get compliments for, or it might not even be seen as a victory or a lot of work. As people see compliments going on in the chat window, they actually might be learning how a different colleague is actually working very hard in a situation.
These are really sweet to see, everyone. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely, Brad. You've been so useful, so nice, so working hard.
Thanks. I'm the data king. Thank you, Mariah.
Good up, Brad.
I'm gonna wear that crown. Thanks.
Yeah.
Okay, those are great compliments, everybody, but I want to shift this a little bit, going from celebration to just simply acknowledging. Let's see each other. Let's see each other for some of the effort, some of the hard work, some of the struggles people are going through right now. Just think about that for a minute and put those into the chat so we can really see each other.
All right, now we're getting to some psychological nuance. This version of the compliment game, called the See You version, focuses not just on celebrating, but acknowledging people's realities. Psychologists find this type of acknowledgement is additionally important for people to receive if they are to feel cared for.
Okay, everybody, here's what I'd like us to do now. I want you just to think for a second about our team. Take a look through the Zoom, see who's here. There are people here that have really helped you. There are people that have come through. There are people here that you probably need to thank if you haven't already, or maybe you've already thanked, but I want you to do it publicly. So take a second, reflect on some of the other people here, and thank them for something that they've done to help you, and put that into the chat.
All right, you probably saw this version coming. This is the gratitude version. And once again, it is a psychologically distinct way to pay compliments. This is where people express thanks and gratitude to one another. Importantly, there is a wealth of psychological research about gratitude, and all of it points to the idea that when we give gratitude or receive gratitude, we feel better and we feel more socially connected. All right, celebration, acknowledgement, gratitude. Those are the basic versions of compliment game. Now I want to show you how you can use it more integrated into your daily business discussions.
Okay, everybody, first and foremost, let's just thank Shelly for that presentation. That was pretty awesome. So you can give her a round of applause there. Here's what I want us to do. I want us to think about that the whole presentation actually, and think about what worked. Think about what really sparked for you. And let's just use the compliment game to bring that to light. So whatever worked for you, put that into the chat, and let's compliment Shelly on that presentation.
So using the compliment game after a presentation has all the benefits we've been talking about, but it can also have the additional benefit that people, particularly the speakers, can start to see what is useful to other people. What are people caring about? And of course, you can do this version or any version verbally.
We're going to play the compliment game, but we're going to do it a bit differently. We're going to compliment Shelly. You can do it live. If you got a compliment about this presentation, hands up if you got one. Troy, you're first.
I just like all your little micro sketches that just add color to all the things that you're talking about.
Nice. Thank you, Troy. Brad.
I thought the way that you talked about how you were able to shift gears right in the middle of the project and give the client what they needed, which was not exactly what they had asked for before, but that's what they needed in the moment, and your ability to do that and then share that story with us.
And that's the many different ways you can use the compliment game. I'm Troy Campbell from On Your Feet, and I hope experiences like this one and the many others we talk about on our website, oyf.com, can be used on your teams to create connection, acknowledgement, and joy.